Good evening, gents. It's the Saints man, small van driver on the CX. It's actually Bank Holiday Monday evening. It's 8 o'clock. I will put this to go out as soon as I can, but it takes a long while to download. It's been a really busy weekend. It's been a busier weekend than it was week, actually. Wasn't a massively good week for me. It was okay. I was restricted because wife's birthday was Tuesday. Wedding anniversary was Tuesday and wife's birthday was Thursday. So I weren't doing any distant stuff or staying out. I was making sure I was trying to stay quite close to home. It didn't quite work out, but it was okay. And yeah, got home for the birthday and anniversary and birthday. So managed to go out Thursday night. So first of all, fuel. My fuel on week commencing 24th of April, my cheapest fuel was 113.52, which works out 136.22 with VAT. So still good because it's 155, 160 diesel, so it's 20 to 25 pence a litre cheaper. And if you're doing 30 litres a day or 40 litres a day, it's a tenner. It's averaging at about 7, 8 quid a day for me, so 40 quid a week. You times that by a lot, and you save good saving. So I started off. I got a job booked in on the Friday before from Northampton to Barnsley. It wasn't an early start. I didn't start until I pick up at 9 o'clock, and it was booked in Barnsley. I made a bit of an error at 1 o'clock, but I've been there before, and you can get in earlier, although it's got a time booking. 10 boxes, and I did get it booked in, and I did get it delivered earlier. I got it delivered by about 20 past 11, and I was in Barnsley. And there was a couple of free jobs, but again, I didn't want to. I wanted to stay within a sort of 100 miles, 80, 100 miles. I didn't want to be going north. I wanted to be coming south. There was a couple of jobs to Scotland, which would have been nice, but that wasn't going to happen. And I did a little job actually. I parked between Barnsley and Doncaster, and I picked a job up out of Doncaster, hospital job, and it was Doncaster to Barnsley Hospital, and yeah, it was well paid. It was a minimum mileage. I think it was about 15 miles, 20 miles, and yeah, did a minimum charge on that as well, and it was okay. It was one box going to the theatres. It does take time. Hospitals, they do take time. You've got to find the theatre. You've got to find where you have to go, and some hospital administrators can be not helpful as such. A lot of them are actually either locums or they don't work there all the time. They're on a bank system, so they don't actually know where it is anyway. So, but we did that, and we was in Barnsley then, and I decided I was going to travel down the motorway a little bit to get to sort of Nottingham and see if there's anything I could get back home. But the CX died. It died in the afternoon, and I was determined to get home. So I just swallowed dead mileage, which is not a good thing, but it only happens once a year, birthdays and stuff. So we did. But what really made it that I was going to do was that I'd booked a job in Tuesday from Northampton. So I had to get home. I couldn't stay out. I weren't staying out anyway, but I'd got to get home. So I got a job Tuesday morning, which was an early start, which was a 6:30 start Tuesday. So Monday was not brilliant, to be honest. In fact, Monday was the worst day of the week for me. Two jobs. Tuesday, I got a job which I've done no, more than 3 or 4 times, quite a lot. Northampton to Chelmsford to Cambridge to Bluewater, which is I know it should be Northampton, Cambridge, Bluewater, Chelmsford, Bluewater, but you have to be in Chelmsford before 10. They will not take anything after 10 o'clock. So when you pick it up, you've got to get there. If you do the Cambridge, there's a good chance you can't make the Chelmsford. But if you picked it up early in the morning, which I don't know, I would do, but it's not mine. I get well paid for it, and it's an easy job. Really, it's pretty easy. It's I had how many boxes? 12 boxes. I think I had five for one, five for another, and two for another, something like that. And I was in Bluewater about I don't know 1 o'clock, done, finished, and looking for a job. And I thought, well, again, I want to get home. I could stay out, I suppose, but I thought no, I'd like to try and get home. And there was a job on there that come up from Rochester to Maidenhead, which paid well and put me over target for the day. I was going to be a fair way still from home, but it put me over target. And it was going to a really, really posh hotel. And it was in Cookham. It wasn't in Maiden. It was in Cookham, the hotel. They were doing there was an event going on. Um, Agricultural event or something like that, all marquees and stuff, and they'd forgot 2 boxes to take, so I took them. It was pretty late getting there actually. Got there, it was just about 5. Traffic was horrendous on the M25 going around. Junction 10 of the M25 is knackered at the moment. Leatherhead round there, it's just they're narrow lanes. It's going to be like it for a while, but we got it done. And I just had a gentle drive home from there as well because again it was late, 5 o'clock. There's nothing coming out of Cookham. So dead mileage again, but I did target. Yeah, my pence per mile was not brilliant, but at the moment with the fuel being lower, it isn't such a problem when you're getting 50, 55 to the gallon. You're only burning £6 worth of fuel, which is a gallon of fuel, and a bit of, you're getting wear and tear and your time, that's all. So that was Tuesday. Wednesday, I hadn't got a job. Had I got a job? Yeah, I had got a job. I picked the job up when Tuesday night actually. It come on the CX quite late, and I bid for it and got it. And it was Milton Keynes to Whiteley, and I took a freezer door for a commercial freezer door going down to a superstore in Whiteley, which is between Fareham around there, Portsmouth area. And it was an earlyish pickup. It was 8 o'clock pickup in Milton Keynes. Milton Keynes to me is not too far from where I live. It can be 15 miles, it can be 23 miles, depending which side of Milton Keynes. But again, nice and easy. And pick the freezer door up. It was wrapped, it was packaged anyway. It was a glass freezer door, so it was quite fragile, which we bungee strapped and put blankets around so it didn't break. Got it to Whiteley, and a job popped up quite soon from Portsmouth to Birmingham, which again put me on target for the day. And Birmingham, it was one small box of, funny enough, of glass trophies. Again for another events, but it was right in the centre of Birmingham, which was okay. But again, I got a fair few mileage home. That was Wednesday, but it was bike night at a cafe which we used to run, and they still run the bike night on Wednesdays, which is great. And I was determined to get to it, so I drove back from Birmingham, dead mileage again. But again, I'm just thinking, you know what? It's just the way it is. I'm not staying out. Wife's birthday's Thursday. I want to be home. Although I had got a job Thursday, and I've got Chelmsford and Cambridge from Northampton. It ain't got the blue water at this time. It was just Chelmsford and Cambridge, which is great. It's easy run. It was an early start. It was a 6:30 start. Um, and again, so Wednesday was an okay day. Thursday was a good day. I did Chelmsford, Cambridge, and parked up in Cambridge and got a job pretty much straight away, Cambridge to Nottingham, which I was happy because I thought Nottingham, there's a good chance I'll get a job south. Nottingham's a good area normally. Anywhere around Nottingham, Derby, you can normally get a little job south, hopefully. And that was the plan because I was running home because we were going out for a meal for my wife's birthday. Wife's birthday. So I got to Nottingham, delivered the box. It was just after lunch, and a job popped up from Ilkeston, picking up one pallet, delivering it to Stowmarket Friday morning, which was ideal. Ilkeston, where I was in Nottingham, Ilkeston was 7 miles away. And Stowmarket is on the A14 near Ipswich, goes past Northampton roughly. So I wanted the job, and I didn't bid low. I bid okay, and I got the job. And it was a small pallet. Deliver 8 o'clock the next morning. So that meant I got home. I was home at 4 o'clock in the afternoon with a pallet, parked up, and then we could go out at night. So Thursday proved a really good day. 3 jobs, well, 2.5 jobs. I got the job on for the Friday morning. And although Stowmarket around that area, Ipswich, is a really poor area, on a Friday, and it's the Friday before bank holiday, I was thinking, I think I'll be getting a job. They're bound to be putting work out. So Thursday was a good day. Went out at night, we had a meal. It wasn't a late night. And Friday, the Stowmarket one, the delivery changed from 8 till 9. which suited me even better because I've got another hour in bed. So she said, "Do you mind? It's now 9 o'clock. They're not going to be there until about quarter to 10 to 9." I went, "Fine, absolutely fine." So yeah, took it, got it there at 10 to 9, and they had just literally got there. It was not in Stowmarket, it was in a village, and it was in a village in the middle of nowhere, and it was a small industrial estate in there. And yeah, dropped the pallet off. Didn't even use a forklift. It was 180 kilos, and two blokes just picked it up like it was nothing, mate. Two strong blokes, not me. No, my back's knackered. Two blokes. I says, "You were near forklift, probably near forklift guy." I said, "It's best part of 180 kilos." And they says, "Oh, it's these sheets, we've done them." And yeah, one grabbed one, so I one grabbed the other, and they whipped it straight out. Brilliant. Wish everywhere was like that. And I thought, I'm going to have to wait and see what comes out of it now. And I put my desktop on to see what was around because I might go have to travel somewhere. And a job popped up from Brandon, which is the other side of Thetford, 25 miles away, to Northampton. Well, it was to Bugbrook, which is a village just outside Northampton. It was getting me home. Oh, bar 8 miles, 10 miles. I live 10 miles from Bugbrook. It gets me home. I quoted on it. I quoted on it, and I include the loaded miles. I include the dead miles. I quoted on it 75 pence every mile, including the 26 miles getting it, and got it. Uh, and I perhaps it could have been a bit more and all because it was Brandon's in the middle of nowhere. Really, you go through Thetford Forest, past Thetford, and there's an RAF Brandon. I think there's an RAF base. I can't think what it's called. One of you guys will put it on there. There's a big RAF base at Brandon. Yeah, I can't think what it's called. In fact, there was a plane coming in, big plane landing. But I went to Brandon, picked it up, got there within the allocated time, said where I was, how long it was going to take to get there, and he said, "That's great, no worries." So we did. We picked up 10 really big boxes, and I don't know whether they'd have gone in a small van. I might have struggled getting them in my Belingo when I had that, but they went in the back of my L2 Doblo MIDI van, no problem. Could have got about another 4, 5, 6 of them in. But yeah, they were big boxes. And that was to Bugbrook. And it was just a straightforward run. And I thought, "Do you know what? That'll do me. I'm not even going to look. I'm unless there's a Northampton to Northampton, I'm going to go home." My wife was at home. She was going to go shopping. And I thought, and she got a few jobs that wanted doing. And I says, "Let's do them now. And let's start my long weekend," which it was going to be because it's bank holiday. So that's what happened. I was done, finished at 1 o'clock, done, and parked up and done all my paperwork. And yes, sure enough, wife took me shopping, which is great, but hey ho. And yeah, did a few jobs as well. And because it's the end of the month, I had quite a lot of invoices. In fact, I had altogether 25 uh, invoices paid up on the Thursday, Friday, on the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So yeah, I haven't got one late payer now. Everyone has paid up to date, which is quite surprised. Don't normally happen like that, but it did. So I managed to process all them, and that was my week. It wasn't brilliant compared to the week before, as in pence per mile, because I didn't stay out and I did quite a lot of dead mileage because obviously we had some events on. So got to get home. Did 1,600 miles in 5 days, so it's 320 miles a day average. I did the whole week. I needed 47-hour week, which I normally do about 50, 55, but it was 47 hours in total, and 34 of that was driving. And total before that was 885, which is not brilliant. It's 115 under what I'm after, really. With that, puts it 1,062. I pay 10% of that to the VAT man, the HMRC. So my grand total was £955.80 after paying 10%. So it was just short of 1,000 with the VAT. I tried to do 1,000 and then add the VAT on to try and get it even more, but it didn't happen. So that's what it is. Had a nice long weekend. So I finished Friday lunchtime. Went to the zoo. Went to Saturday. We took two grandkids. Daughter bought us a present, and we went to Whipsonade Zoo. Saturday all day with a 6 and a 5 year, very excited 6 and 5 year old two boys, and spent the day there. So that was a great adventure. My feet are killing me, my back hurts. I don't know, my wife said we did 16,000 steps or something. But it was a great laugh. Yes, the kids loved it. And yeah. And then yesterday, um, went out on the motorbike. So had a not good weekend. And today, I've been fishing. So that's why I'm going to go get a shave now because I went out early and I've been fishing all day, carp fishing, got some carp, and had time to do this till now. So that's the week. Not as good as the week before, but still okay. And we've got a job booked in for Tuesday, tomorrow morning. Pick up 7:30 at Milton Keynes, delivering to Coleshill near Birmingham. That'll get me in Birmingham for probably 8:30 with the traffic 9 o'clock. Looking for a second job. I've got a short week next week. Obviously, we're not working today, which is Bank Holiday Monday, and I'm not working Friday. Yep, I'm got a booking at the eye hospital, sort of do my glaucoma. They keep checking it, make sure everything's okay, make sure it's nothing's happening. And that's 9:30 Friday. So that's next week. Will be 3 days. So yeah, it's going to be a short week. I haven't got any restrictions. I don't have to come home, although my wife's car's being MOT'd Wednesday, so she's got to drop it off Tuesday to my mechanic. Tuesday night, tomorrow night, and I may have to get her a lift if he can't bring her home when he has it. So we'll see. But that's the week. So I hope everyone's doing all right. I hope everyone's doing well. The Doblo's booked in for a service the following week on the Tuesday. We've got another bank holiday, haven't we? Let me have a look. I'm sure we've got another bank holiday coming up the week after. We have the coronation. We've got the Monday the 8th off, and so we've got another 4 day week, and I've got a 3.5 day week because my van's been serviced on Tuesday the 9th. He's having it first thing, takes him about 2.5, 3 hours. So I'm hoping to get that back lunchtime, and then I'm away working Tuesday afternoon onwards. So, like I say, is the CX picking up? I don't know. I don't know. It's jobs are there. Friday was very busy. Yeah, there were still jobs at 5 o'clock on Friday out of Northampton. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. There was half a dozen jobs pinging up to try and get them out. So there are jobs. Not a lot over the weekend, very few. I kept the feed, just had a quick look now and again, a couple of jobs. Today, I don't think there was more than 2 jobs out of Northampton all day. I weren't bothered, I was fishing all day, I weren't working. So we'll see how we go next week. Okay, hope you're all doing all right. I'll get this put out as soon as possible. And any comments put in there, I'll try and answer them as honestly as I can. If you like, you want to subscribe, it'd be brilliant. 830 odd subscribers. There's a good few YouTubers now out there doing fantastic stuff, editing and all that, and doing some really good videos, professional stuff. They're all professionals now. There's nothing. I just don't. I just do it like this. It's just nice and easy. I just haven't got time to edit and all that. I just don't. And speak soon. Cheers.